You know, sometimes you give someone your heart and they kick you in the nuts. And sometimes your dreams come true. Deadpool and Wolverine is the latter. The only thing missing from this movie that would have made it perfect is Five Iron Frenzy's Oh Canada. I went in with pretty low expectations because even though I am a ginormous Deadpool and Wolverine fan, the IPs are owned by Disney now, and they've been killing fan goodwill for the last 5 years. But the trailers looked like we might, just might, get all the squee-inducing fanboy goodness the title promised. And the trailer did not lie. In fact, it might have undersold the awesome sauce cocktail that smashed into my eyeballs. To be fair, this isn't even a movie. This is a 13-year-old fanboy's wish list made glistening flesh. The story doesn't make any sense, there are more holes than a good Swiss cheese, and the fan service reached such masturbatory levels that it should have come with a watch list warning. But I don't care, because unlike other recent Disney projects, this movie did not care about being deeper or important. It only cared about tickling the good time parts of your brain that have all but died since the COVID shutdown. The opening scene, it even admits they are about to desecrate the things we hold dear, and then proceeds to make you love them for it. If you don't like the opening title sequence, you should just get up and walk out of the theater because you are not going to like the rest of the movie. As far as the technical details go, they were pretty stellar by modern MCU standards. The cinematography and the editing were well utilized, and the CGI was the best it's been since Endgame. The dialogue was snappy, though most of that was down to the incredible chops of the two leads, because 90% of it is Logan and Wade verbally hate-boning each other for 2 hours, and they even managed to slip in some tear-jerking Oscar-type moments from Jackman that were far better than this movie deserved. The dude was giving it his game. Pants off, no holds barred, the best he's ever delivered. And the fight choreography was so inventive and sharp. I know a lot of the action was done by doubles, but how the heck did they seamlessly make guys in their late 40s and 50s look so good that it made every single Marvel and Star Wars fight scene since Endgame look like geriatrics stumbling through dance class? And like I said, the plot isn't that important, but okay, if you've seen the trailer, you know it's just Deadpool going on a mission to recruit Wolverine to help save his reality. None of it makes sense, and it's just an excuse for an orgy of fan service, but considering the tone of the movie, I doubt many diatribes are going to be written about the film's flaws, unless Muller and Little Platoon get a hold of it, but I suspect even those guys know when a movie is trying to be a waterbed of indulgence and won't make too much of a fuss. Because this movie was made to be excessive. It's pandering in the extreme. Think about your favorite Wolverine or Deadpool comic book cover, okay? Or that discarded Fox Marvel project from 20 years ago nobody really wanted. Or the bad projects that got greenlit and fell flat on their faces. Now, shove in 700 more things you never knew you wanted, and they're all in this movie. Granted, according to my wife, that did make the movie hard to follow, but even she had fun watching it. And that's the whole point. This movie didn't want to be anything other than fun for the audience. At numerous points, it even tells the studio overlords to go screw themselves. But whether you're a casual superhero fan or a longtime nerd boy, it's a fun ride. Is it more fun for longtime comic book nerds like me? Well, yeah. But it's also just plain old happy time for those who know what they're getting into. Okay, Reynolds has said this is going to be his last ride as Deadpool. And though I love him in the part, it's good he knows when to stop. From the looks of the box office returns, I'm betting Disney is going to try super hard to make him break his promise. But that's because they're clueless as to why it's succeeding. They're like a lot of the fans that are out there. They're asking, will this movie save the MCU? Yeah, the answer is obviously no. The MCU at this point is beyond saving. They need to stop performing triage and pull the plug. Then maybe they can clear out all the creatively bankrupt zombies that have been picking at the corpse and take some much needed time to regroup, take a carefully considered approach, and build something good from the ground up like they did the first time around. The problem is, I don't think Disney is capable of that anymore, as recent events have shown. So, this movie is not going to save the MCU. And it never wanted to. This is Reynolds, Jackman, and Levy jamming every wonderfully insane thing they ever wanted to do into 2 hours and going out with a bang. This was a swan song for a symphony that, by all rights, never should have existed. And if you can accept that and have a very high tolerance for Reynolds' constant nattering, then it's one heck of a ride. But what do you guys think? Is it everything you hope for or just a childish mess? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more reviews, hit like, subscribe, and until next time, happy viewing.